Think we're going. I don't know when to start, though. That's the thing. Like, do I wait for people to show up? Do I just get going right away? I have no idea. Oh well. For those of you that are watching later and aren't joining late or something, tonight we are building a QAV210. I've had this thing for a while. It has not worked very well. And I'm just guessing that there's some kind of hardware problem with it. So I tore it all the way down just prior to this, and so now I'm going to put it all back together. I did a little bit of prep work. I've got the ESCs all soldered up and ready to go, and the motors are pre-cut and stuff like that. But it's going to be fun. What are we putting on here? So we've got the QAV210 frame. On it is a 5-volt Polulu. Actually, here, let me switch to this. Bam. That's so cool. I've got a 5-volt Polulu. I've got a couple wires that are already on here that I didn't bother taking off from before because they're not the problem. And I've got my pigtail on. This is going to run power to the flight controller, and this is for my FPV system. We've got a NAS 32 Rev 6 that's going on here. We've got a D4R2 receiver. I haven't yet joined the S-Bus hype train, but I'm going to be. Welcome, Patrick. Welcome, Mr. Alphonse. We've got the HS1177 600 TVL camera. We have Sunny Sky 2204, 2300 kV. These are all brand new out of the box. I ordered counterclockwise and not clockwise lock nuts, and I don't have enough of the nylock, so I'm going to be using these for now until I can order some more. I've got the ready-made RC Cricket receiver that I'm trying out for the first time. Thought it would be, I wanted to try something different, and I'm pretty thrilled with how this thing looks. I hope it performs well. I've got, you can't see them under here, but these are Little B ESCs that I pre-shrink wrapped the way that I like them. Let's see. Sorry. What else we got? I've got miscellaneous cables and stuff. I got my Scorpion straps and stuff already mounted on the top plate. But yeah, so that's that. Let's get this thing going. Billions and billions, welcome. All right. So funny enough, these are the $10 Sunny Skies from HIFPV, which is like that rebranded version of Surveil Zone or something like that. And these guys didn't come with any mounting hardware, so I've got to like scrounge from the stuff that I've got here already. Luckily, I've got a whole bunch of miscellaneous crap in here to pull from. Hopefully we can find everything we need. So when I'm working on motors, I usually like to mount them up first, so that as I'm going there, I know exactly how much length I have to work with. But yeah, some people will differ on that. That's what I like to do. I usually only put 2 motor mounting screws, and I usually don't Loctite them. But you know, that's just me. I recommend Loctiting, but I'm a lazy bum. I don't know how much of this you're gonna be able to see, but it's just I'm putting motors on. Screw the first one on nice and loose so you can position everything afterwards. But then don't over tighten it because you don't want to strip out the motor. Oh, I never ended up finding my Velcro. Hello. Oh, there it is. Alright. So the way that I like to do ESCs is I like to Velcro them to the frame, leaving this this bit of heat shrink exposed, so that I can just solder them on right there, and I can swap motors on and off really easily. Fixability is a pretty important thing to me. So the first thing that I'll do is actually put Velcro down on the frame and then put it on the ESC, lock it in place, and then, where did I put my scissors? I'm already losing stuff. My goodness. There they are, they're underneath something. So I mean, I'm just going to take, doesn't need to be a huge piece of Velcro, because these are pretty tiny little itty bitty ESCs. Thank you, Joe. I'm excited about the build myself. Feel free to share places and try to sucker more people into coming. It's always fun to have more people, more questions, more things to talk about. This is going to be, I don't know if, I hope I'll get this whole thing done tonight, but you never know. Also don't want to rush it. So I mean, I just put a little bit on there, and now we can lock this down in place. And now everything is ready to go. I can just solder everything up the way that I like it. So now that we know where these ESCs are going to be placed, I can cut these lines right about there. I need to get some wire strippers. This works just fine. Now I've already tinned these pads, so if you were going to be working on this, you would want to pre-tin the ESC pads there yourself. But I went ahead and did that last night, so that we didn't have to sit around waiting for every little thing. Zivi, you have not missed anything. We're just getting started here. I got my new set of tweezers because somebody was complaining that I didn't use any. Let me trim this guy back a little bit. Those all look pretty good. I got this super fat, heavy gauge solder. Don't judge me. I've got a ceiling fan on above me. Don't worry about me breathing too many toxins in. I guess I could use. Make sure that that's clear there. Okay, that looks pretty good. My hands are shaking all over the place. Like, every couple times I do a build, my hands are shaking. Like, I'm not nervous or anything. Sometimes they just go crazy. Stop. Looks good. One last one. Don't feel bad. I was using a drill bit for holding wire. Yeah, I was using pretty big ass needle nose pliers. Somebody was making fun of me. You're welcome for the live build. I'm excited about it. So there we go. Motor 1 mounted. So now we can start cutting back these wires on the ESC. I want to go through to this one over here. It's getting a little messy because I've got so much crap on it, or of the flux. So I'm cutting that one there. Tune it up. Actually, I want to do the negative one first because it's got to run farther. So we're going to go there. How long will you be doing this? I'm guessing I'll be here for at least a couple hours. I want to go to bed as close as I can to 11, which is 2 hours from now. But if I'm almost done or something, I'll keep pushing through. Oh, we've made mistake number 1 of the night. This is the positive pad, this is the negative pad, and I've already cut this line too short. Great. Good start. Good start. So to fix that, I'm just going to trim this back. Alright, so now I can reach that line. I'm just going to remove this piece of wire because it is now too short for everything. No. I've got a bunch of wire that's the right gauge for this. So something like, this is a little bit bigger, believe it or not. Wait, where's the other end of this? Where's the bit that I already cut off that? Is that one there? That's what I just took off. Whatever. So roughly, remember to use the new 2.2. I assume you're talking about beta flight. If anybody has any wire strippers they recommend, let me know. Let me know what they are, because I need some. Not wire strippers, wire. Yeah, strippers. That's what I mean. This live stream doesn't have enough strippers. Yeah, I saw the official release. Oops, sorry, I'm moving this thing all the way around. Alright, I'm going to re-tin this. Alright. Alright, now we're going to do the positive wire first, because apparently that's the one that needs to go all the way to the other end. Get out of there. I hate it when wires get in the way like that. Okay. Now we're going to run the negative wire in there. Alright. Does that look alright to you guys? Anyone selling a Naze Rev 6? No, I need them. What are your guys' thoughts on the Lumineer Lux flight controller? I bought one, so that's my thoughts. I don't know. I'm sure it'll be great. It's made by a really smart individual named Reed Error. So I'm on board just because of that. I'm gonna do this again. Yeah, it's made basically to support beta flight as best as it can, and just because of that, I think it's gonna be pretty sweet. All right, and I don't bother running my ground wires all the way up to my oops. I don't bother running my ground wires all the way up to the flight controller because all ground is common, so it doesn't matter. And with being able to flash through clean flight, it is even more convenient. So I'm just going to leave that one for the maze, and we've got one motor done, ready to go. This is taking me back to Sunday night. What was on Sunday night? Is that when I did that first stupid thing? The other screen? Alright. Just double checking all this, make sure it looks good. I'm just going to go ahead and give it power now to see, make sure that we haven't shorted anything out. Boop, boop, boop. No magic smoke. $25 people now. That's awesome. Does anybody want to go post this on the mini quad club or something like that? See if we can sucker or try to get some more people in from Facebook or something. All right, I gotta find some more M3 screws. Yep, that mug is great. My friend Noah made the logo. He's a pretty great guy. And then I just went on I think it was Zazzle or something like that, and I had it printed. It's totally worth it. I even got the bigger size. Alright, time for a little bit more Velcro. Let me know if there's anything detailed you want to see up close and personal while we're working on this. I'd be happy to give you a close-up. Sometimes I don't know what other people are interested in seeing, so it's always nice to hear your feedback. Can't get the Velcro apart. Can you guys hear me all right? Is all the video coming through well? Is there anything that needs to be changed? Golly, come on. Thank you, Zevi, for posting that. I appreciate it. I want to fly that 6S Alien that you've got sometime. That thing looks crazy. Why are you using the D4R2? Because I have some, and that's cheaper than buying new receivers. I actually ordered some last night. Alexander, I usually will wrap 1 or 2 pieces of Cia Avery electrical tape just around the outside of it to continue holding it in. You could use zip ties or anything for that matter. But yeah, so it's not just the Velcro, but I have done it with just Velcro, and it usually does pretty well. So I'm not worried about it at all. Oh, these scissors are horrible. Look at that. It just wrecked these. They're just like so gunked up from the Velcro. Maybe get some Goo Gone or something. That's just obnoxious. If you guys haven't already checked it out, you should go join the FPV chat Slack channel that we've been making. I don't know how many of you guys here are from there, but if you aren't, you should go check it out. RC Flight will post a link to it. Yeah, so you're saying like a Google Hangout, Patrick, where like we have a bunch of RC Flight. You'll need to send them to the website so that they can go to the forum. You're talking about like doing like a Google Hangout kind of thing where you have a bunch of people get online at the same time and hang out and build together. Yeah, I think that would be great. I think the most you can only, I think you only do 10 people at the same time, something like that. The dual lock stuff is awesome. I've seen people just run without a battery strap using that stuff. It's crazy cool. I've not taken the time to get some yet, though. I'd like to. Paul, do you have a side shot of the drone? You aren't answering Hangouts. Are you messaging me offline? Oh, yeah, I guess I can see it. I'm not looking at my phone, though. Do you have a side? What do you want to see? This is Noah. Alan Natal there is the one that made my, or Noah Bresley is the one that made my logo. And I love it. Oh, nice. Do you guys want me to make, or do you guys want me to move the cameras at all? I mean, I can change this around however you want. I guess I'm probably putting my hands in the way when I'm soldering, but. Did you super glue the side of your phone? No, I didn't do that. No, you don't. They don't. They can just go fill out the form on my website. You could zoom in your bench cam. I don't know if I can zoom it. How about I lower it? Oh, it's gonna get obnoxious. Like it's like totally over my workspace now. How's that? Alright, let's see if I can solder left-handed. I can. Oof, that was risky. How did you create the sign-up invitation form for FPV chat? Well, that's just a form, and I manually add everybody later. And yeah, this is directly over YouTube. There's nothing like the smell of 6040 in the morning. This is what I use to record my flights. This is a Xiaomi Yi action cam. I love it. It's cheap, does 1080p at 60 frames per second. And recently they added a super view script, which I haven't tried out yet, and I love it. But yeah, I'll try that out soon and post a video or two. Hopefully Saturday I will have a chance to actually go out and fly with it a little bit on super view mode. Soldering left-handed. Can't post links. Oh, that's funny. Hey Vincent, no worries on being late. I think all of this will be uploaded tomorrow too, so you don't have to. You can go back and watch what you missed if you want. It's just me blathering about building though, so it's nothing super exciting. That and the strippers. Okay, no worries about the links then. That's fine. Cool, 2 done. Check everything closely. Live stream flight, it's been done. I'm gonna try to, once the summer rolls around, I'll definitely be doing some periscoped flights, because that would be cool. It's not the cleanest solder jobs in the world. Alright, get ready for magic smoke, potentially. None. Good to go so far. Sorry for the disappointment. Oh, the camera's like covering up the... I'm going to tilt this back just a little bit. How's that? Is it focused? Yeah, it's on the sidebar of paulnerkula.com. You'll see a link to FPV chat, and that has all the details for joining into our Slack group, which is pretty fun. We've been doing it for like 2-3 days now. Most of us are in there kind of like during the workday, just chatting it up, having a good time. He doesn't have the same bitrate as GoPro, but there's a script for that also. Yeah, they get it. It's getting a lot better. It's the GoPro is worth more money. I don't know if it's worth as much more money as it is, but yeah, it's all there. Velcro another ESC. yeah, go check out RC Flight on YouTube. You can see his whole review of the GoPro session. It looks pretty good. I'm probably going to get one in the next season, maybe. The league that I'm a part of requires HD cameras, which is I think is a really good idea, actually, before anybody gives that hate. Because it generates a lot of good content for them and for yourself, and it levels the playing field because everybody now has the same weight that they're carrying around. So you don't have to miss out on getting the good content just to get better lap times. But so I want something that's a little bit lighter and a little bit easier to kind of strap onto my quad. Though I have some pretty cool Xiaomi Yi mounts that I've been working on with a good friend of mine named Bruce that I'm super excited about. There'll be a video for those later. The Yi got pretty warm. Yikes, that's a little scary, actually. Ding, ding, ding. Okay. That's pretty good. Content means views, which means exposure. Yeah, no, totally agree. 100% I'm on board with HD cameras being required. I think it's a fantastic idea for a league. If I ever encourage Indianapolis to get a league going, I might encourage them to do the same just because it would be good. One of the, what was the competition that would require to have action? Yes, that is what I said, Alexander. Don't worry about the Yi getting warm when it's freezing cold out. Yeah, no kidding. It hasn't snowed too much yet, but there's a pond behind my house that's finally frozen over. It's actually like the perfect depth right now, or the ice is the perfect amount that you can throw a rock over it. It makes that really cool like laser sound. How to stream HD from a quad while you are racing? I don't know. I don't know if you can. Well, you probably could. There's probably a way, but come on. I know. Somebody, come on, wire strippers. What do you think? Who's got a favorite? Hot, okay. Go back to the tweezers. Ding. Play-Doh flush cutters to strip. Razor edge cutters are my preference. So I'll have to look that up later. Or actually, Adam, you want to just send me a link on Slack or on Steam or something? Teeth are my favorite strippers. Actually, no, I have other favorite. No, I'm just kidding. What ESC are you using? These are a little B, FVT little B ESCs, 20 amp. After the build, are you going to Maiden fly 8 p.m. for you? Dark outside. Yeah, it's very dark outside. I'll probably take it down to the garage and at least do a hover test. And I'll definitely do that on the stream. Could I do clean flight on my phone if I have an adapter? You need like the Bluetooth adapter, I believe. But yes, you can use clean flight on your phone. I can just feel how bad that is for my teeth. I've tried kisses, few days till they died all at the same time. Oh, but they're silent. Yeah, that's true. I've heard that. Wait, you think F1 cars are quiet? Oh, no, I see what you're saying. Just kidding. I just received from my friend down in Louisville a whole package of Kiss 30s right there, along with the Black Bolt XBR frame and a full set of 2204 Cobras. So I'm going to be building and maidening that quad for him. That's going to be quite fun. That's probably the build that I'll do on Saturday. Alright, power test again. Here we go. Actually, let me double check. Good. Okay. Magic smoke. 3, 2, 1. Still none. Awesome. One motor left to go. The build stream for the Black Bolt, if I get everything in time, will be on Saturday morning. I'm still waiting on a receiver and actually the flight controller, because you need the Afro Mini to fit in there per specs. So I'm waiting for that to show up. But it's from Rotor. I bought it from Rotor Geeks, so I would be surprised if it didn't come before then. So hopefully Saturday morning live stream Black Bolt XBR 220 build, which would be fun. And then hopefully a maiden flight that night. Is the Polulu in danger of shorting on the PDB? Are you asking about my Polulu? And if so, oh. Black, XBR is Black Bolt. Oh no, the X is just the X. Alright, 4 motors mounted. We need a little bit more Velcro. 28 people online. Cool. Be another way to test ESCs to see if they're functional. What does functional mean? I wonder, because sometimes there's other weird stuff going on too, like where it's like partially working. Or you can always use an ESC servo or a servo tester. Thank. Just taking apart more Velcro. I like this webcam though. I'm kind of impressed with it. This webcam that's right here, that is looking down at the bench. I got it on Amazon Prime now. I literally ordered it at like 11:30 last night, and it was at my front door before I got out of bed. It's crazy. But this thing is $30. Supposedly does 1080p, but they said that it has like some rate issues, like where it won't do 1080p at 30 frames per second or something like that. But I mean, it seems like it's doing a pretty okay job for what we need it to do here. Golly. I really have to degunk these. My action cam cannot function as a webcam. We found a way to kind of hack it that would make it work, but you had to be on the camera's Wi-Fi, because the only way for it to connect to the computer as a camera and not as a media device was over Wi-Fi, and that wasn't going to work because I obviously need to be online to stream. I am using OBS to stream video, yes. Open broadcasting software or something like that. It's pretty cool software, actually. I was very impressed with what you can do with the stream. I had no idea. I thought it was I thought you were pretty limited to what you could do. Yeah, I did some brief Googling to see if I could use the Xiaomi as a webcam, but the overwhelming majority of search results said, no, you cannot. But I would have liked to be able to use it, because then I wouldn't have to buy this extra camera. But if I keep doing more of these, it's worth it, because this is pretty fun. Like, I really enjoy being able to talk to you guys. You put thin CA around your arms to strengthen them, keep them from delamination. I do not do it, but I should. So far, this quad has not gotten any delamination because it's not really flown much. Because it doesn't want to fly right. So I'm hoping that going through this process of cleaning everything up and rebuilding will make it work a little bit better. Use a capture card? That's way too much work. I'd rather just buy the $30 webcam. But that is a way that would make it work. Nah, who needs money anyway? I know, right? Mr. Seal doesn't use BL Heli because he uses KISS ESCs. I put CI on my phone, made the frame feel super nice. This thing, this Black Bolt XBR, is beautiful. like, I don't know if you can, like, it's glossy, there's no sharp edges, everything is super well sealed, it's not going to delaminate at all, and this thing weighs nothing. Like, it is literally, I cannot believe how light it is. Hello, animated limb. I was asked to give a shout out to everyone that can't join from around the world. Specifically, we have a lot of people that come and hang out that are in the UK. That it's 2 a.m. for them right now, so they're in bed, you know, sleeping for work and crap like that. The pansies. Just kidding. Love you guys. But yeah, hopefully we'll get a stream in for them soon, so that they can join in the fun. They put it in a rock smoother or something. Yeah, he said he tumbles them. I think he's got like a thing in the garage that he just puts all the frames in. And Australia. Do we have Australians? Who are the Australians? Is anybody here not from the United States or Canada right now? I guess any America, not from any America, South America, North America. I would count Hawaii as not from. Sweden, and well, you're from Germany. Brazil, almost midnight, not too bad. Welcome. It does not taste good. Sweden, right now? Wow. You're in New Zealand right now? Holy cow, that's super cool. Swoopy the dude, I sent you a message at 12 a.m. last night. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so 4 ESCs wired up with power and grounded, but no signal yet because that requires the maze. We got this guy already ready to go. We need to test one more to make sure that it doesn't explode, because it's this one that we just added. 3, 2, 1. No smoke. Awesome. Cool. That's the part where I usually end up getting magic smoke, so we're good. Alright, that looked clean enough for you guys? Any complaints so far? Anything I should change? I think that looks pretty alright. Once we get the motors all in the right direction, then we'll start changing other parts. Alright, so we got the front side here. I'm going to pull up Clean Flight because I always mess up motor configurations. Yeah, I'm always happy when there's no smoke. It's, you know, I still screw it up sometimes. Clean Flight, motor, direction. I should really just commit this to hardcore memory, but I haven't. There you can see my computer screen too. Let me just put that right down here. This one. Use GSC signal connectors for signal wires? No, that's too much work. What looks like a little face on a quad frame? The frame on the bench is a QAV210. The one that I keep holding up is a Black Bolt XBR. Yeah, I know, the portal is crazy. It was messing with my head earlier when I was just doing some testing. I need to get a better set of helping hands. Where the camera goes right here, or it will. Alright, so I want to cut these right to just about as short as I'm comfortable with, because the pads on the nays are pretty tight. And so I like them to be nice and short so that there's no chance that they're going to overlap into another pad somehow. So these are pre-tinned, and then I just cut off the bit of the tin. Alright, so this is 2, 4, 1, 3 here. So we'll start with 1. And the nays. So I just have this upside down here, nice and easy. Tin these guys up. Alright, 1 to 1. Where's 2? This one's 2. Let me make sure I've got this the way I want. That's going to be forward. 2, I'm going to go up from the bottom as well. Hello, how do I build a Phantom 3 out of items contained within the walls of my home? Well, it's hard to build a Phantom 3 out of, I don't know, what's in what? 2x4s. Though it's about as useful when you crash it, so. Okay, that was 2. 3 is back here. Telling you, the solder pads on the Lumineer Lux are going to revolutionize direct soldering ESCs. Alright, is that wired up right? This is a 210 size squad. Or I don't know, maybe you're talking to somebody else. What happened, Adam? Alright. So these are a little bit long, but that's actually nice because when you have to work with it, it gets to be a pain in the butt if you don't have enough length on your wires. So I leave them a little bit long on purpose. It's not quite as clean of a build, but it's so much easier to work with, and being able to work with stuff is one of the most important parts to me. So that's just personal preference. You can do whatever you want. This is my receiver here. This is a little hack that I've come up with. I just bent those 2 pins and soldered them together instead of using that jumper, which is always prone to coming off. So, a little pro tip for you guys. So that'll work nicely. Cool. Good idea with the jumper. Thank you. I'm proud of that. I've not actually seen anybody else do that, so I'm pretty... Maybe I need to post something about it or something. Okay. I put my... Sorry, I gotta get this thing out. I put my receiver on a servo line because that's just easier than putting it on a than direct soldering it. So I'm just going to use this one that I actually cut off of a servo. Oh, did I show that on the live stream last time too? That's funny. I totally forgot. Yeah, I'll make a short post and video about that because I think it's a really good idea and it will save a lot of headache. My quad was crashing out of the air for a couple days because of it. These are 2300 kV motors, yes. All right, this is a PPM receiver, not an S bus. So we're going to use the PPM portly. Actually, I'll cut these a little bit shorter. I just want them to be just barely long enough. I missed Adam's response. What happened to Adam in your Maiden? Said you were going to fly by some white poles and something, so maybe you were flying over Tarb or something? Yeah, Sunny Sky 2204 2300 kV motors. That is correct. Super tempted to put these Cobras on, but I have them for a reason. Actually. So this is the front, this is the back. I want the receiver to come out towards the back. So I'm actually going to kind of direct these soldering joints to kind of flow the wires towards the back. It'll help keep things nice and clean. Need some side cutters, save your teeth. You're completely right. We've been talking about that already, actually. All right. So that should be everything I need to solder onto my nays because I'm not using telemetry right at the moment, though I probably will be in the next couple days. Now this guy can run up here, power the nays, and the receiver line is coming out here. And basically what I'm gonna do is kind of wedge it down in here, underneath these, and plug it in like that. So I might run this out this way. So let's get some Velcro out for the receiver. You can actually get them with Prime shipping and all that stuff. That's awesome. I didn't know that. I've been buying mine from High FPV because they have them on sale for, I think. Sorry, I'm trying to separate some Velcro here. They have them on sale for $10 a pop, which is an awesome deal. Any interest in a hex build? How do you mean? I am going to do a hex build. Little bees do support one shot, yes. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, there we go. That's on there, and then I just put the receiver across like this. Well, actually, I could just go straight back with it. So 1, 2, it's backwards like that. Nope, I don't like that. Let me go this way. This is what I had done before, was I actually took this, put this down on the bottom. I'm going to run this underneath like that into port 1. Nope, I don't like that either. How did I do this before? that's pretty good. So luckily these things can just be turned a little bit because they're on those little plugs, and then they'll run straight up through the frame like that, kind of. And then I can bind it and do all that stuff. Okay. All right. So let's power everything up. Maze and all. The magic smoke in 3, 2, 1. Coolio. Time for some software. Gotta find my USB cable really quick. Here we go. Stink. Are you disappointed you didn't see any explosions? Is that what you're saying? Sounds like ocean waves in the background. It might mean I've got spares of a lot of stuff actually, because I'm using a lot of these parts for all of my builds, so I've got a good amount of extras sitting around. Okay. Maze plugged in. I'm gonna move my soldering iron out of the way for a bit here. Actually, I won't need it again, hopefully. Switch over to computer mode and open up Clean Flight. I'm actually going to flash a completely new version. Actually, I got to download the latest beta flight. Downloading. There shouldn't be any smoke by the time we get to the Maiden. Load firmware locally. Am I going to use air mode? Yes, I am. Beta flight maze hex open. Flash. No, wait. I forgot to do a full chip erase. Do you waterproof your quads? I have not yet waterproofed my quads, no. I will waterproof at least one so that I can do some kind of... oh, I do have full chip erase on. Cool. Connect. So this is a little bit off-center. Okay, cool. Let's see. Ports. Configuration. Quad X. Motor stop off. I've got my thing pointing directly forward, so we're good there. PPM. I want black box on. I want to set maximum throttle to 2,000. Save. I don't have snow yet. I will soon. VBAT is on. Sure. Rest of this. Good. Okay. PID tuning. I'm going to switch it over to Lux Float. Save. Yeah, I'm gonna do 2 kilohertz mode. Can somebody remind me of all the commands that I need for 2 kilohertz or 2 kilohertz mode? 0.3 is what I use. Leave all those normal. Save. Receiver. Go into this one. If anybody wants me to explain any of this, I'm happy to do so. But I don't think about it while I'm doing it. Power this really quick. Grabbing the Tyrannus. Okay, that's bound. Yaw works. Roll works. Pitch works. Throttle works. Aux 2 works. Aux 3 works. Aux 1 works. Cool. Okay, but it's not arming for obvious reasons. Okay, good there. Modes. ARM is aux 2 for me. I have it on a switch. Thanks for posting the code. Angle mode is this one on aux 1. Horizon is that one. Air mode I have on aux 3 in the middle. Barrel off. Black box I have on aux 3 at the end. G-tune I don't use. Humboldt, I saw, what did I see you got? You got KISS flight controllers. Where in the world did you get a hold of those? And how can I get some? All right, let's test all these. Okay, they arm. Angle mode, horizon mode, acro mode work. Air mode works. Black box works. Cool. You got them from Flyduno. Well, so how do? So you just bought them? You didn't get like an early shipment or anything? All right, motors. Let's calibrate some ESCs. I understand. Power up. I never use beepers. I'm too lazy, and they're obnoxious. Okay, motors are good. CLI. All right, we gotta run these commands now. Set ACC hardware equals 1. Set mag hardware equals 1. Set baro hardware equals 1. I've already got set gyro OPF equals off. Save. Yeah, everybody wants me to use Dink connect. Connecting. Okay, no accelerometer, that's good. Alright, now I need to check motor direction. Let me switch out a camera here, or add a camera. OBS. Ah, so many things. Video capture device. USB camera, add. Bam. Look, got another one. Okay. Now, motor direction. I'm just going to do one at a time. I understand that it's potentially bad. 1. See how many of these I got right. Okay, that one's backwards. Why do you say that that's the max throttle you want? I don't know if I get that. Okay. So I need to reverse that one. That one's good to go. That one's good to go. That one's good to go. So I only need to reverse one. That's good. Causes problems in beta flight is not the answer I need. What are the details? Give me the reasons. Yaw stutters we were talking about. All right. Some other stuff. I don't know, man. Once CLI are entered for 2 Hz, how do you know it's on? You look at your cycle time, it's going to be closer to 500, which is half of what it was at 1000, which means it's running at 2 Hz instead of 1 Hz. So you can see how my cycle time is at 459. Maybe you can't see that, but okay. Okay, so I guess we're setting max throttle to 18. Which means we also need to 1850, save, disconnect, connect, mother, save flash CLI, no, others. This is an AS6. Yeah, there is a problem with some of them that have freaking. There's some kind of jumper that basically sends 5 volts from the computer, which causes problems, obviously. This doesn't sound like. I don't think one shot is on these right now, so I'm gonna have to do some ESC modifications. I'm just going to reverse motor direction the old-fashioned way. Okay. Yeah, you saw the goat? Alright. Okay, let's check this again. Okay, those will all be spinning the right direction. Cool. Alright, before we put this guy on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run my FPV gear. So now I actually put this FPV gear on a JST connector like that so that I can swap it out for any other kind of hardware really easily. So like if I go to an event and I need to run immersion RC gear, then I can simply swap it out without having to resolder anything, which is pretty sweet if you end up at a bigger race event where they provide the VTXs and stuff. ESCs are held on with Velcro, and then there will be some electrical tape on them as well. Because that's how I roll. I don't like OSD because it is another point of failure and another thing that I have to fiddle around with that will keep me out of the air. So why would I punish myself? How do I figure that, or I don't know who's talking about whom. Alright, maze locked into place, all that wiring is in there. So I mean, it's not the cleanest thing in the world, like you can see in there, but it works really well, in my opinion. Alright, we got our VTX. I'm just going to test this stuff out real quick before I mount it all up. Antenna's on there, so we don't need to worry about that. We've got a camera. Give it 5 volts here. So that's hooked up there. And then I have this all on a male to female ESC or a servo line so that I can quickly disconnect and reconnect everything as I need to. And then this is a lot of extra wiring, but that's okay. I like to leave it long because if something does break, then I have something available if I need to. Ever consider 2mm bullet connectors? Yes, I have. I like to save the weight there because it's pretty easy to swap out all of that gear. Okay. That's got power. I assume the camera's got power. I tuned this in to make sure it was on the right channel earlier. And voila, video FPV system wired up. Yeah, that antenna has been mangled. But it's the first antenna that I've ever gotten. And like since I began flying ever, and it still works great. This is a ready-made RC Cricket VTX. It's the first one I've ever used. I'm trying it out. First Cricket I've ever used. So that's kind of this is kind of a messy deal, but Again, I like to have this extra wiring here, just in case something goes horribly wrong, and then I can, I've got some wiggle room, essentially, is the goal of that. So, again, that's a little bit messy, but I'm okay. I had motor stop on, so, or off. Motor stop was not on. All right, so for VTX mounting, what I've got is the way that they have this set up is that you can slip some zip ties in there really easily, and I can still see the display and hit the push button without having to open up my quad or anything. It's awesome. Ugh, get some zip ties. Ugh. I don't know if this is going to be long enough. Oop, that's backwards. The PIDs are stock on PID controller 2, yes. Come on, I know you can do it. This is called the motivator. Size is it's a 210. When I weighed it in last with all the same gear, it was like 282 all up, not including a battery, I think. So yeah, so that's, I mean, this is so locked in. Obviously this is upside down now, but I wanted that screen to be available up here. So now I can quickly change channels just like that, nice and easy. And then I can put that antenna right on there. Bam, top plate done. Now if we hook this dealio up, okay, now before I put those screws in, I'm going to test the video system one more time because I hate it when I get this all the way put together and then okay, video still works. Hmm, 12 amps on 3 cells should be fine if you don't run 60 45 props or something like that. All right. Foam is fantastic on the top. It's already starting to save my batteries. I didn't realize how amazing it was until I tried it, and now I can't go back to not using foam on top like that. This came with the foam, I believe. I gotta like play music or something the next time. It's kind of a one-sided conversation in here. Yeah. Is the efficiency talk about in the thrust test just about how long your flight times will be? So that's part of it, I guess. It's really more about whether or not you're using. Well, essentially, if you overprop a high-speeding motor, you're going to have less efficiency, is the idea. And so by overpropping things, you're going to start to run into problems where you use your power maybe faster than you want to, which is fine if you need that extra speed, but then you're good. All right, that there is a quad. What was that, hour and a half? Not too bad. Got a couple more little bits and pieces to finish up here. Yeah, foam is to prevent the battery from sliding around. It locks it in really, really well. Like once you cinch down that strap, the battery is not going anywhere. I use both Velcro and this strap thing. Nope, that's a lie. I don't do that. So what were you running that wasn't a success, Adam? That is an Ivy Crazy 5.8 gigahertz circular polarized. It was a Bluebeam Ultra with the big cap on the top, like this one, but the cap broke off. It was before he made the Dura spec ones. glue that later. So now that should go right on there just fine. I don't have any straps of the right size anymore, so I have to put it around the whole frame rather than through the little strap mounts that it comes with. That's okay. What are you using to prevent jello for the E? Nothing right now, actually. It did pretty well without cleaning up jello. But there's a mini quad. Yeah, one shot is definitely not on these right now. Yeah, it does need more props. Let's put some props in. Look at this. I got a fresh pack even for you guys. How can you tell one shot is not on? Because the motors takes, not one shot, I'm sorry, I meant damped light. And the reason I know damped light isn't on is because the motors take forever to spin down. My bad on that. I spoke incorrectly. Okay. And like I said at the beginning, I accidentally bought these as all counterclockwise. So I've got to get, I don't have any nylocks for counterclockwise, so I'm just going to use these guys for now. So don't judge me. Prepare for bloody fingers. Yeah, you're right. We're going to go out in the garage. The upside to motors slowing down quicker, the quad drops quicker, but you also get more authority. Because the only way for motors to slow down right now, and that's one of the most important things, right? It's just as important as speeding up fast, it's important that they slow down fast. So if you're, but basically without damped light, you're waiting for friction to slow down your props, or your motors, which is fine, but with one shot, it actually sends an electrical signal into the motors and actively tries to slow down the motors rather than just waiting for everything. Okay, don't try this at home, kids. Yeah, this is a 210, so it's nice and tight in there. Woohoo! All right, shall we move into the garage? All right, I'm going to power down this camera here, so sorry about that for a second. And switch over to this guy. Hopefully we get Wi-Fi signal all the way down there. I didn't bring my cord down with me, so hopefully things don't go poorly for me here. Yeah, this is just a computer. Ready? It's a laptop. No, I'm not going to do a flip in here. It's happened before. Not on purpose. It has happened in here. Here we go. You guys want to meet Kira, my puppy? She's in like all of my videos. Come here, puppy. Who's there? What's that? Kira. Who's there? Right here. Kira. Hey, look. Oh, what's that? Who's that? Kira. Get the kitties. Get them. Get the kitties. Good girl. These are Gem Fan 5045 standard tip. Yeah, it felt kind of funny without damped light on. It was really, really strange. Yeah, I haven't flown a quad without damped light on in years, so it just felt super sloshy. But I assume that I can iron that out just fine. Yeah, what if I crashed into my car while I'm parking? That'd be horrible, but that is the same risk that that you would take. Well, cool. We built a quad in 1 hour and 40 minutes, it looks like. I think I'm going to get off, though. I'm pretty pooped. I didn't get enough sleep last night, and it's been a long day of work. So, but yeah, full quad build in 1 hour and 40 minutes on a live stream. I cheated a little bit and did some heat shrink and stuff ahead of time, but yeah, it was pretty fun. I'm not going to do BL Heli right now because it's called damped light, I believe, or motor damping or something like that. Well, here, let's... The problem is I need a Windows computer to do all of the BL Heli config. And this is a MacBook. So let's just try this really quick. Yeah, that would be a good idea. The VM. Ugh, it's not letting me connect the webcam again. Yes, that is a sword. There's a few swords in here, actually, I think. Yeah, there's a katana and a big claymore. There's a couple arrows and a spear. Yeah, it's all over the place. But yeah, I'm not going to bother with BL Heli right now. I'm ready to be done for the night. There's a lot. Like it's a big ass sword. Like I am 6'3". You can see that this is up to my chest here. I'm gonna run this through my computer by accident. Go to bed. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a nerd. That's okay. All right. Well, have a good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. It's been a blast. I'm going to go watch some TV and fall asleep. All right, it's been fun. See you guys.